This is the HUAWEI Mate X7, and it's probably the best camera system on a foldable smartphone. Now, foldable phones usually aim at productivity and also durability, but the Mate X7 actually gives you all of that while still focusing on incredible camera performance. So in this video, we're going to be breaking it down into these categories to test the camera performance while still seeing how it performs as a foldable phone. Oh, and later in this video, I'm also going to be comparing it against the king of videos on smartphones, the iPhone 17 Pro Max. The color I have here is black with vegan leather, but it also comes in nebula red and brocade white with subtle nebula effect. My personal favorite is the black with the vegan leather because it feels really good in hand, honestly, and especially when I'm shooting, I like to have that feeling of texture at the back, so it feels like I'm gripping it, and honestly, it just looks cool. Okay, so for the portrait section, obviously, I can't take pictures of myself, and Tarsha's too busy, so I'm going to be taking pictures of Sita as usual. We're going to go through portrait mode all the way from 1x to 3.5x, and you're going to pick your favorite photos later. Okay, nice, let's do it. So we're going to start off with the 1x and then slowly progress to 2 and then 3.5. So for 1x, we want to get the entire framing. Let's try it out. Okay, I'm going to go 2x, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do 3.5. This is a tighter frame. Okay, this one. You can look, yes, not 45 degrees that way. Let me show her the photo this way. Oh, bigger screen, you see what I mean? Okay.
Oh, that's actually quite cool.
Right? Low key. Wait, what? The lighting is so good. Hold on.
Oh,
right?
That's nice.
Beauty filter's not even on.
Really? I was about to
Low
ask
key?
if it's on.
Low key. It's on max. It's on max. 3, 2, 1. Actually, opening up the phone and shooting makes it easier to like preview the footage and the photos. Maybe I'll shoot like this. 3, 2, 1. This is actually a really good test to find out how it handles the trees and the leaves, because that's very hard in portrait mode to get edge separation. So the shot we'll see here will be edge separation for her hair, but also the leaves. Okay, so I want to get Sita's opinion on the portraits. Hold on. Let's... Okay, scroll through and tell me what you think. Okay.
Nice. I like the colors.
You like the colors?
It's a lot easier to see when it's like on the screen as
right?
well.
The bigger screen?
Yeah.
It actually looks really good. Okay, what would you rate the camera on this out of 10 for a foldable phone, which is usually not focused on camera? Like, would you think this is not a camera focused phone if you saw these photos?
No.
Right?
I think the pictures came out pretty good, so yeah.
Very cool. Nice. So portraits, rate out of 10?
An 8.
Nice. 8 out of 10. That's pretty high. That's pretty high. I like that. I'm going to be comparing it against the iPhone 17 Pro Max just to see what the portrait performance looks like. The wind is a paid actor, as they say. 3, 2, 1. Okay, one thing I really like about the camera on this is that the AI is able to recognize what scene I'm shooting in. So for example, when I'm shooting the trees, we've got that greenery thing that pops up and it optimizes the colors contrast for the greens. But if I'm shooting the sky and it's dead on, it optimizes it for the blue sky. Very nice. By now, I think you guys already know one of my favorite modes for shooting on smartphones is the macro mode. And this phone does come with a super macro mode, which allows you to get those telephoto macro shots with the best compression and subject isolation. And the results are pretty damn good. Damn, the minimum focusing distance is actually pretty good. And I can push it to 10x, what the hell. So it is utilizing the telephoto lens all the way from 3.5x to 10x, and it looks pretty good. Now, before we get into the telephoto performance on this, I kind of want to talk to you guys about the durability for a second, because this thing, even though you would think it's flimsy because it's a foldable phone, it's actually built pretty damn well. You've got a very good and strong overall build and design to this, meaning that most situations it'll be able to handle itself really well. Talking scratch resistant, dust resistant, drop resistant, and also the whole frame is built with a very strong material, which is very powerful, so you don't have to worry about accidentally breaking it or even damaging it, especially when it comes to unfolding and folding the phone multiple times, because the hinge on this is also very strong. Now, if that sounded really scientific and complicated to you, trust me, so did it for me. But that just means you have a reliable system here and you don't have to worry about things like drops like that, especially when you're shooting out and about. You can be like safe in dropping it and not worry so much about it, especially because foldable phones are quite flimsy. Now, durability wise, this phone has got you covered. So it comes with IP58 and IP59 dust and water resistance, which means if the phone heats up, like in this situation, if I want to cool it down, just give it a nice little wash and you should be perfectly fine to continue shooting. This also covers high pressure water jet impact up to 80 degrees Celsius. I don't know why you're doing that. And also up to 2 meters for 30 minutes underwater. Now, when you're shooting in the ultra wide, make sure your finger placement is done correctly, because if I hold it the way I usually hold the phone, you might see my finger in the shot. So just be mindful, move your finger out the way, and you'll get a good shot. Okay, so now we have a chance where we want to test out the zoom and telephoto on this camera. We can go from 3.5x all the way up to 10x, but we're going to do portrait at 3.5. And we've got Sita right over there. So I'm going to zoom in and try to take a photo of her right from here. Okay, let's actually get out of portrait mode and zoom in all the way to 10x just to see the performance. 3, 2, 1. So there you go. You can see the magnification I'm getting going all the way from ultra wide to the 10x. Very nice. Not only portraits, even if you're doing landscape, architecture, or just scenes in general and you want those telephoto shots, all the way from 3.5x to 10x, the coverage on this is really good. And the processing after you've taken the shot, especially at 10x and above, you will see some AI enhancement, but it looks really natural and really nice all the way up to 20x. Now onto our next category of low light. Huawei phones are known to have one of the best low light performances that we've seen, and this phone is no exception to that. It's able to handle HDR even in lower light situations while maintaining colors, contrast, and exposure perfectly. Most phones suffer in low light, especially when it comes to colors and shadows, but this phone is able to handle that really well. Another part of low light is challenging lighting situations where you have very harsh blue, purple lights that you see at concerts and stuff, and this phone is able to expose for the lighting, and the True Tone does a really good job at maintaining her skin tones. Okay, one thing I'm noticing very quickly is that regardless of what focal length you're shooting at and which camera system you're using, the white balance is very accurate, very true to color, especially in a scene like this where we have harsh sunlight, cloudy, sunlight, cloudy, and also a lot of white walls. Most camera phones go off with their white balance, but this is doing a very good job at maintaining the correct, accurate exposure and white balance. And this works both for photos and videos as well, as you guys can see on screen right now, because this comes with stabilization and HDR comparable to cinema level cameras with 17.5 stops of dynamic range. Now for video performance, I'm actually pretty surprised with the quality you get out of it. When Huawei said that it's comparable to a cinema line camera, at first I was like, really? But dynamic range wise, it actually is. Like I said, 17.5 stops of exposure is really, really good on a phone like this. Even comparing it to the iPhone, which is known to have really good HDR for video, it holds up pretty well. When we're talking about HDR and exposure, very good job with the colors and just in general the contrast. Stabilization wise, when you're going front and back, it does really well. You have to be a little bit more careful when you're pivoting left to right though. Here's one advantage of using a foldable phone as a camera phone is that when you unfold it, you can actually preview on the outside. We've seen this 100 times before, but now we can put this in our photo, ultra wide, and now I can see everyone in the frame. So if you come in, group photo, let's take a photo. Nice, and this would not be possible if you're using a regular phone. So foldable phone with a good camera, very big plus. Oh, brilliant. Sita completely forgot that she was wearing a mic too, so while I was recording this part, she's talking over me. Anyway, this thing started at 100% battery, and we've been shooting in the bright, harsh sunlight for a couple of hours now. Usually, you expect the foldable phone battery to die really quick, but even after 2 hours of shooting, we're at 80% on this. It comes with a 5600 milliamp hour battery, which I think is very useful, especially if you're going to be shooting outdoors, but also focusing on productivity. One thing I really do like about this is the fact that I'm still getting a big battery life without that bulk of a foldable phone and a bigger battery. So it's able to get that battery life without compromising on the slimness of the phone. Now, if you're lazy like me and you don't want to wait for the right moment, but still take the right photo, you can actually use AI to remove stuff. We've seen this for a while now, but Huawei does it really, really well. So in this case, for example, there's a trash can that I want to get rid of. Easily select it, get rid of it immediately. Same goes for this really nice shot, this leading lines, but there's a water bottle that's pissing me off a little bit. So you select it and it goes away immediately. There's also AI best expression to get the best expression in a group photo, or the AI gesture control plus AI messaging. Plus, being a productivity focused phone, you can actually do multitasking, obviously thanks to that bigger screen, with up to 3 apps simultaneously without this just going kaboom. So very convenient when you're shooting and editing on the go, or you want to post to Instagram right while you're doing that. I don't know if you have ADHD like me. Very nice, go. Guess what? If you pre-order the HUAWEI Mate X7 now, you can get free gifts worth up to 7,597 ringgit, including the Huawei Watch 5, Huawei Mate 11.5 inch. You can also claim a 1-year screen protection warranty and up to 2,000 trade-in rebate for selected Huawei smartphones. As a Huawei Mate X7 user, you're also entitled to complimentary premium services, including Care Plus 1 year, one-time screen protection, APAC region warranty, one-to-one proactive care service, priority service, and more for your peace of mind on every step. So who is the Huawei Mate X7 really for? Personally, for me, I would say anyone who's really focused on getting a good camera phone, yet you still want that bigger display for productivity or even editing your photos and videos on the go. There isn't really many phones out there that can compete with this right now. This was just released, and I feel like it has the perfect balance between a foldable phone for the portability and on-the-go work, and also the convenience of having a very powerful camera system that fits straight into your pocket without you having to worry twice. So if you fit that niche, definitely check this out. Until then, take care. See you guys in the next video.